Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Make Love Not War series. And one thing I've been thinking about changing is how many troops I am actually recruiting at the current moment. I don't think we need actually that many more troops, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel a couple of these. And I don't think we need... I think I'm going to keep with 2 tank divisions and 2 motorized divisions as what we're training with. And another thing I'd like to do is I'd like to grab these guys and add them into the army here. And then we'll go ahead and grab them again, just to make sure that's all we have selected. And we'll strategically redeploy down here in Italy. And then we'll see about the rest. And I believe I should have redirected a bunch of planes. So let's see if we have any standing by. It looks like we do. So you are standing by. So you need to go to southern France. And we have some that are arriving. They're not here yet. So we're just going to have to wait on that. And let's see. Air-wise, do we have any other... things that are kind of sitting around at the moment? I don't think so. And I should be redirecting or rerouting some fighters as well. But nothing really substantial. And I don't believe... well, was anything standing by? Let's put it that way. Anything that has any kind of numbers. Oh, this guy's standing by. So I guess we could have you defend Northwest Germany. And let's make sure you actually have a mission, which you do not. So we'll do that. And then let's see what else we got. And speaking of which, is there still fighting going on over here? It doesn't look like there is. So that's more of a precaution, I guess. You are active, as are you. Okay, that's good. And... oh, we have a group here. Ah, here we go. Standing by. That needs to go into southern France. Standing by needs to go into southern France. Standing by needs to go into southern France. And that needs to go into southern France, as is this. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead, make this be set to 100. So we have that nice and set. And then we need to go to southern France and make sure everybody has missions. So we've got ground attack. We're going to need to switch any tactical bombers that are already on ground attack to other things. But here we have strategic. Take that off. Take that off, strategic. Take that off, strategic. All right, so we've got a number of ground missions and strategic missions. And we are having absolutely no opposition down here. So hopefully we continue with that and just bomb the living crap out of the troops and infrastructure down here in southern France. And take advantage of the fact that they're not defending. Okay, I think that is going to be it for now. We're just going to have to wait for a lot of redeployment to happen of units that were in the Soviet Union. And eventually, once that happens, we will be able to set up some offensives and things. But in the meantime, we're just going to allow things to deploy. Okay. We do have fighting going on over here that I'm going to have to keep an eye on. For instance, this carrier is being attacked by a battleship and a cruiser and some destroyers and a light cruiser. Hopefully we can sink that carrier, and that would make me very happy indeed. It looks like the French are pulling out of the Netherlands entirely. We do have a result over here. Oh, I lost my battleship. Ah, bastard. All right, well, guess that's not too surprising considering the strength of carriers. Looks like we're being engaged again. And I really want to keep my fleet in here to protect against naval invasions. But I'm starting to think more and more that we need to think about... let me add this to this army and have them strategically redeploy up here, it looks like there's a port there, possibly. And then you, my friend, are going to join this army, and you're going to strategically redeploy down with the rest of the group down in Turin. Okay. Again, we're just waiting. I'm hoping that the Netherlands actually may have revoked their agreement here, which is why the French troops are leaving. Because they are very fascist. And the Belgians are getting that way too. And I'm hoping when we have another election here... Alright, now what happened? We lost a destroyer to the carrier. And we're being engaged again by the carrier. Well, actually, no. This is Russian forces. So we got some destroyers and a light cruiser engaging the carrier. That carrier's taken out everybody, huh? Well, hopefully we can take it out. But we might need air power to do that. And right now, that's probably not going to happen. Because they have a ton of planes there. Oh my. Just the sheer number of planes the Allies have is going to make getting air superiority tough. But we'll stick it out for now. As a matter of fact, what's conditions over here? Still no resistance at all. We're having some range issues, though, I'm noticing. But I don't know if that's going to be that big of a deal. And how's our actual results going? So we are losing some bombers, mostly due to accidents. So we do have some support getting shot down by anti-aircraft guns, but buildings bombed and enemy troops bombed. Very high. Any case, let's continue here. And hopefully we can push down here, which the Italians are doing a very good job doing. Oh, crap. So my fleet's being distracted, and we're being navally invaded. Well, I can deal with that pretty easily. 13 divisions, huh? Okay, so let's just reroute some things. That's what you guys are here for. So get both of these divisions over to Bremen. And you guys, I think, can reroute as well. So let's just have you... I don't want you getting caught on this, so we'll go here, then here. There we go. I'm not sure if I want to throw more divisions into that or not. That's kind of good. One of the reasons why I was... where did I move my submarines? Yeah, that's a very good question. I do not know the answer to. I should have some submarines, right? Or do I have them doing missions? That could be the case. But I don't see the icon here. Huh. I should have submarines. Yeah, there they are. Well, where are you, though? Maybe they're involved here. That could be the case. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they're involved there. Alright, well that's fine. Hopefully we can get these divisions in here before it's too late. Alright, well that went quickly. Let's move a division over there. I mean, I do have stuff strategically redeploying over here that I could maybe move. Alright, so we're getting a lot of movement from the Italians, and I'd like to help out if I can. So what I'd like to do is move over here and see if we can push into the city, or maybe push over here and surround the city. Either way, that'd be good. I mean, the Italians are making good ground, but they don't have a lot of troops, unfortunately. Although it looks like they're moving stuff. And I had that one division here moving across. It looks like we've taken the canal. So I guess we can move on to Tel Aviv and take some of this stuff, Jerusalem and stuff. And also, I had stuff strategically redeploying down here. Looks like they're already made it. So what I'll do is I'll have them form a front line, and the front line will be that. And then they can deal with that themselves. Okay, that will help out the Turks quite a bit. And then the rest of it, I'm waiting for divisions to redeploy, so... Ooh. Oh, Legionary Romania, why do you have to be a douche like that? Okay. So this fighting is still going on, and I do have stuff showing up. So, can we grab some of these divisions? They're going to be really low on organization. I'm going to strategically redeploy them here. And I'm going to grab this division. I'm just going to have it walk. That way I'll have good, sufficient organization when it gets there. And I guess you might as well strategically redeploy that over there. Now, I'm going to start getting confused here if I don't watch it. So I'm going to go ahead and just recolor this to something we're not currently using, like, for instance, yellow. I'm not using yellow, so that should be fine. Honestly, there's no need to have two groups, east and west. And honestly, there's no need to have... Maybe I should divide it into, like, Italian campaigns. So I think what I'm going to do... I'm trying to remember how I do this stuff, because it's been a little while. All right, we'll grab these guys, and we'll say new theater. The new theater is going to be called South, because we're going to be operating in the South. Okay. And then we're going to reassign this army over there. And it's just those two groups for now. And then you guys are all going to be reassigned to the West. Okay. Now we've gotten rid of the East entirely. Now Poland might be a threat, and I do have to keep that in mind, but I do have a non-aggression treaty with them, so hopefully we don't have any issues. And this army is still got some troops showing up, so I do have to be mindful of that too. Okay. How many divisions are over here? 4 that I'm aware of. I have no idea how many divisions are here, but I'd like to cut these guys off if I can. So let's find out. Okay. Looks like just 1 division, so that should be easy enough. Okay. Alright, and the tanks are going to help. Okay, and then this guy is, I think, going to help with the attack on that. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, we're just losing ships here. That's unfortunate. I can't take out the destroyer, but maybe my ships will come in here and murder these guys that are trying to land. Alright, so they're still deploying things. Okay. It's going to take a while to reform my troops and stuff, but we'll make some ground here and there while we go. Okay, so these guys are going to help me by coming down. Actually, this is the different army, isn't it? Well, it doesn't matter. What matters here is we make ground. You know what? It does matter to some extent. I want Lyon here, so what I'd like it very much is if you would strategically actually redeploy here, along with these guys who are also going to strategically redeploy to over there, and you guys are going to go there as well. And then we're going to make a push for the city. Could have swore I hit okay on this. Alright, it looks like we managed to stop them. So, Let's redirect some things here. So these guys can go back into reserve where they were. And this guy, I believe, was over here. And then we're going to need to move one division over here. We'll keep 3 divisions in the city because that looks like somewhere they're going to attack in the future. And then what I'd like is these guys to actually join Gold Army. And you guys can, I don't know, just go over here somewhere, I guess. And I'm going to leave 2 troops here, so we'll just do that. And the rest of you, would like some of you going to Hamburg, but 2 of you are going to come over here. 1 of you is going to come over here. And we'll work on it after that. But we're going to have avenues for naval landings all taken care of with these troops. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to grab 1 of these guys, add them into the Gold Army, and you, my friend, are going to strategically redeploy up here. And then we'll work from there. But it looks like the Brits are going to attempt naval invasions, even though, in theory, I've got stuff over here. If we keep losing ships, though, I'm probably going to take my fleet and hide it. Okay, you guys have now arrived. You can strategically redeploy up here as well. You guys are here now, so I would like it if you cross the river over there. And is there anybody else that's arrived? I can't really tell. Yeah, okay. I think I got them all. Oh, well, that's nice of them. They're going to send me some volunteers. All right. So you guys have now arrived. I would like it if the mobile infantry, motorized infantry, came into the city. All right. Let's start working on the French here. This is my whole plan, by the way, is to attack them in the south with my motorized stuff, which it looks like is working perfectly. Now, I don't know what they have over in Lyon, so I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, let's just grab these guys and just charge in there. And then you guys are going to, I guess, follow them. So you're going to move there. And then we have more stuff showing up. Can you guys strategically redeploy to there? As well as you guys. We might as well just reroute you now. And you guys also are going to reroute over to there. And I do not know where the rest of... Oh, here we go. There they are. Okay, so you guys just go ahead and drive over that way. And you guys do the same thing. So we can crush this city here. Okay. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Doesn't look like I am. Alright, I want to beat them here if I can. Looks like I failed, though. Alright, we lost another destroyer. I think it's time to pack up bags and just cancel that out. And we'll have them come into a airfield where I can protect them. So we'll put them in there. And then we'll grab the submarines. And I think I want to keep the submarines in the area. So we're going to do... we're going to add in this submarine. They're stealthy-ish, so hopefully we can keep them in mission. And I think submarine losses aren't as big of a deal as losing, especially battleships, which we did lose one. So no real gain on our end. And the French are keeping a decent enough force here that I am concerned about anything that might happen. Okay, so we've got 2 divisions there, 2 divisions there, 3 divisions here. Technically, they could invade in there. So you know what? Why don't I grab these 4 divisions, add them into the Gold Army, and I'll have these 2 strategically deploy in here. And then I'll have one of them strategically redeploy up here. And then I guess I'll have the last guy strategically redeploy up here. And I'll add these guys into the Gold Army. So the Gold Army will be responsible for covering this part of the coast. As a matter of fact, just add them in too. And then any other infantry we've got a fair amount here. It just split. Okay, I just need, really, honestly, one guy. And you're going to join the Gold Army. And then you're going to strategically redeploy up there. And then that should be decent coverage. And then Green Army. Where would you need things? If at all anywhere. Well, we have 4 divisions here just sitting there not doing anything, huh? Put 1 division over here. Put division over in Dortmund in case things happen. And then these guys, guess I'll go ahead and put 1 here and 1 here. Alright, and we've got 3 that can be added in here. So I'm going to do split, split, split. And then we'll just deselect a couple units. And you guys will be joining the Green Army. And how about you come up there, you go over there, and you, the last one, go into the airfield. Because I did have a troop there before. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now I have a bunch of divisions over here that I really do not have a game plan with. I could add them into the Red Army and just have them form the line here, and then I might be able to get enough forces to do stuff with. And honestly, that's not a bad idea. So I'm just going to have them, because I think we have enough forces over here for now. I might build up a reserve here like I had. As a matter of fact, these guys here, I think are going to join the Gold Army. And then we'll have this unit like station here, and then we can send them anywhere that we need them. Okay, with that in mind, now let's grab these guys and add them into the Red Army. And we're going to do the same thing, I think, with these guys. So, Red Army. Now there's one guy left who never got redeployed. Interesting. Okay, well, strategic redeploy. And you're going to come into Frankfurt. Okay, so now that you're part of the Red Army, I'm trying to remember, how do you assign? Is it... Yeah, okay, so just make sure here. We're going to do these guys are going to be assigned to that. I believe I did that correctly. Yes, there we go. All right, well, I think we have those forces nice and set up. And speaking of which, go ahead and grab the Red Army here and have them do an offensive order. So, offensive line. And we're going to push through, I think... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Accidentally hit a button there, and I do not know what that did. I have to get used to the fact that you don't scroll the screen with WASD, something I'm used to doing with RimWorld and Prison Architect, which I've been playing quite a bit of. All right, so let's draw out the line. I could go on the other side of the river, but I honestly don't care. And we'll just make a nice, neat line to there. Yeah, that's ugly. Let's try that again. Actually, what I'd like to do is just do a line like that. Okay. And they'll plan for that or whatever. Okay, so we've got some divisions here. Not really clear on who's going where right now over here. But I guess we can have you guys cross up into here. Or just cross into here for now. Okay. Alright, we're being attacked down here, it looks like. Pretty aggressively, actually. They're trying to surround me, too. Interesting. Naval invasion, where? This is in northwest Germany. But I don't see it. They can't invade over here. Is that an old message? Or am I just not seeing it? Maybe it's over in Denmark? I'm confused at where this naval invasion is happening. It could be because we do not have ships over here that we can't see it, although the submarine should be in the area. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this naval invasion is happening. Well, if it's happening in northwest Germany, which does include Denmark. So if it's happening in Denmark, we'll find out. All right, we got some research to do. And pretty much good for the support companies. We're still in 42. It doesn't mean we can't work on things for 43. Production-wise, I am working with the highest tech I can, right? Okay. All right, so let's look. We're good here. Armor, we could work on the Tiger tank. Artillery, we've got advanced rockets and advanced anti-tank. We could always just do land doctrine. Air, we don't have anything until 44. We could do air doctrine, of course. We could also do naval things, but that's not until 44 as well. Engineering, we should have most everything done other than this stuff, which isn't until 44. Okay, we could do this stuff. So I would have to pick one here. Production efficiency growth or production efficiency retention. That's a tough one. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do the dispersed industry because that is a quicker tech to finish anyway. So let's research that. And speaking of construction, one thing I would like to do is do a rocket base. And I'm trying to think, what would be the closest to England? It'd either be here or here. And I'm thinking actually here would be closer to England, right? So we'll do one in the Rhineland here. And then we'll just bring it on up to the top so we get it worked on. I mean, I don't have the tech to do anything with it, but might as well get started on it. All right. Oh, and another thing I'm thinking of with production, we probably have a lot less factories to work with. Oh, heck yeah. Look at this. There's some things we're not producing at all now. All right, well, I think we need to cut back on the fighters for sure. So I will cut it back even to there, I think. And that should help us a little bit. Heavy fighters we can cut back anyway to, let's say, there. And then I'm going to need to cut back in a couple other areas. Let's say we cut back and mechanized and motorized and cut back a little bit here as well. And then support equipment I'll cut back on as well. All right, where has that gotten us? All right, we're not producing naval bombers, but that's not the end of the world. And I am building factories right now, or I will be soon. But I realized once we lost Soviet territory, we'd lose a lot of military factories, which I really hadn't thought about. But once we get the refinery done and the this done, we'll start working more on factories. So we'll get those replacements done soon. In any case, I think it's a good point to put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.